Welcome to episode 10, Serenity Broken. With the final leg of their journey ahead of them, the Geobreakers are one step closer to Ormkirk and hopefully the purple robe named Lilith. Upon arrival to the city, the party realizes they've entered during a busy holiday, the Feast of Serenity. With the town of bustling full of people mid-celebration, the party asked around for Theraval, learning that being the advisor to the king, it would be a little difficult for them to get an audience with him. The party, following their next lead down to the docks to visit a person named Dandrel, were surprised by a different type of commotion. Screams of fear and the noise of chairs and people kind of tripping over each other to run away. They saw a group of infected attack a local tavern called the Perfume Boar. After dispatching them quickly and following the trail of the purple robe, they happen upon mass panic. At least 15 Geolucent are attacking festival goers in Broad Square, and in the distance, Lilith waves before she runs off into the chaos. So, this is where we pick up. Cypher, you've recently just grabbed a guard and you've yelled to them that follow that person, follow the purple robe. All around you, panic is ensuing. People are trying to run away from these grotesque forms of human, elf, dwarf, halfling, all of them covered in crystal as they begin to slowly make their way over. You notice a large contingent of guards starting to move their way into the Broad Square of Ormkirk and are now beginning to attack the Geolucent. What are you doing here?
Can we still see her?
I'm going to...
Cypher, last you saw of Lilith was the wave, bow shooting 2 arrows off, and just moving away into the crowd.
Moving her way into the crowd.
Yeah. Borak, what are you doing, buddy?
I want to cast Locate Object on Lilith, on her robe.
Okay.
If it's only been like 6 seconds and she's in theory still within reach, I am going to look over a bow and say, get there as fast as you can. And I'm going to touch my shoulders and I'm going to cast Fly on myself. And I'm just going to rocket up and over to where she was.
Okay. Tobias,
All right.
Orsina, what are you two doing?
Sorry, how far away is she?
She was at least a good 20 to 30 feet away.
Interesting.
Hell yeah, I'm flying too.
Well, I'm going to try and, I guess, incapacitate her. I'm going to cast a spell. That spell is Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
But can we still see her right now, or she's like...
You
we have no
cannot see
visual?
her. The only person that actually can get a track on her now is Bo.
Right.
Bo has once again located the object of the robe, and he can see a faint red outline, kind of Predator style, running almost through shadow.
So there's a chance that my spell hits bystanders.
Yes, there
Or
would be.
it
I would
just-
have.
You need a target for it? Does it say you need a target one creature? You can
Yeah,
see?
he would have to target one creature, but he can't see her right now. The only one that could see her is Bo. Or now, go ahead, Bo.
Oh, I was gonna say, like I already have Longstrider cast from the last episode. So if I heard that from Cypher, I'm going. Like I'm moving as fast as I can towards her.
Okay. Orsina, you were about to say something?
I don't know if I should do my wild shape and turn to a fly right now, because like you have eyes on her basically. So I'm just gonna run after Bo.
Tobias, what are you doing?
Or you could turn into a bird, pick me up, and I can cast.
I just don't
'cause I
think
can see
she's
her.
that far enough to warrant an actual like my last wild shape. That's all. Because I can still see Bo, and Bo knows where she is. So let's just follow Bo.
Okay, so long strider for Bo, no problem getting through the crowd. Cypher, you cast flying on cast flying on yourself, correct?
Yep, and it's 60 feet. So if we're doing this in turn, she should be right there.
Okay.
I hope.
All right. Tobias, Orsina, I need you all to do an athletics check, please, to kind of make your way through the crowd that's going on right now. That's going through in front of you. Sorry, right now.
18.
Sorry, to roll it with disadvantage. It's a 9.
9. Okay. Bo immediately starts heading off in the direction that he sees Lilith running off into. Cypher, you follow quickly with you cast fly and you begin to just dart off, just fly up and just over to the distance.
To where I last saw her.
Where you last saw her. Overhead, it's just a crowd of people surging. There are guards in heavy plate pushing people aside, moving them away, and just attacking. In between that, Orsina and Tobias, you're pushing your way through the crowd. Orsina, you seem to lose Tobias a little bit in the crowd while you're moving through. Borak, Cypher. Borak, you see for a second, you almost see like Lilith stop, and it looks like the form of the robe is shuffling around, and they begin to run again, and they begin to run further. Cypher, up above, you can see how high are you going in the air?
I would be high enough that like I'd maybe be 10 feet above people's heads, so I couldn't get swiped by Geolucents.
Okay. You see the outline of, not the outline, but you see like the tail end of a robe going around a corner.
Okay. Now, can I be watching and make a perception check to see if like she shed her cloak to get it, like put it on something else? Like,
go ahead.
You said she like hunched over and did something. Can I get a read on maybe what that was?
Go ahead.
Would I, with my perception, like be able to check that as well, or would that notice? Like, would I notice anything there?
You noticed that like she turned around, stopped for a second, and is currently.
Oh, it's 8 + 6. Oh my god, 14.
Bo, you want to roll a perception check as well?
Yeah. 24.
24. Okay. Orsina, Tobias, are you still? Orsina, you catch up to where Bo is pretty quickly. Tobias, you're kind of lost in the crowd right now. You don't really know what's going on. It's a crowd surge. What are you doing to kind of get your bearings?
I'm looking up. I'm trying to see if I can see Cypher, because I know she's a little bit high, but I'm pushing through people. I'm trying to catch up to Orsina. I think what I'm gonna have to do though is scatter some of these people, get them out of the way. So let's do one of my favorite things and cast a spell. Maybe not. I was thinking of throwing a little hypnotic pattern out there and getting all these people just kind of mesmerized by that. but that might not be a good idea. So I'm just gonna keep following, trying to find Orsina. I want to do a check in. I guess that would be what, investigation to see where she went.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Uh, 15.
15. Okay. You look up and you're kind of, as being turned around, you can see like overturned stalls, but you just see the glimpse of like a fluttery, like almost like fey wing, and you see Cypher hovering above the crowd there. And you eventually make your way to the rest of the group. Bo, you rolled a 24, correct, sir?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you rolled a 24. When you're perceiving this locate object, you do notice that it is stationary right now.
Okay.
And Cypher, that works for you as well. You do notice that it is stationary as well, and you see that the purple robe just hiding around a corner.
Sorry, so we see her hiding around a corner, but there's like, we see her doing that, but Bo's thing is pinging something different?
No, Bo sees the purple robe hiding around the corner.
Okay.
You see the tail end of a robe around a corner. Tobias and Orsina are now caught up with the group and are kind of on the outskirts of the panic right now. There's now alarm bells going off, and more people are piling into the square to see what they can do to help.
The Feast of Serenity isn't necessarily living up to its name.
Doesn't seem that way. I'm gonna touch my ear and go, Cypher, do you see anything up there? I just saw her go around the corner.
Yeah, like as long as if I still had eyes on them, I wouldn't have stopped moving. I'm trying to barrel myself into her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing. Yeah.
All right. Bo, you look up ahead as you message Cypher, and you see just this trail of almost like pixie dust above you. And you see just like Cypher head on flying towards the section. You just immediately catch up. Orsina, Tobias, what are you doing in this situation? Are you following along?
Yep.
Okay. They just pick up and they start running tail there. Cypher, you're the first one to get there. And your suspicions are confirmed.
It's not her? That she put it on something else?
There is a large billowing robe kind of resting on a broom handle.
Okay.
What's around the corner? Is it like an alleyway? Is it more open space?
There is an alleyway. This is sandwiched between two buildings there's crates, barrels, clotheslines hanging, and it just goes down for
I'm confused. So we saw her in the robe running. She stopped, did something, and then we saw her keep going?
Yeah, like that's what I'm confused about too. Like we got eyes on her from all fucking sides here. So
no, sorry.
So how do we lose her?
I think it would have been better if I had a map here to kind of explain it. But she exited down a pathway of like buildings and kind of interconnected little alleyways. Bo, you saw her run as you pinged her. Yeah, well, you pinged the robe. You saw the robe moving. And then you saw the robe go stationary for a moment, and then that is when Cypher picked up on her going around, you seeing the robe around the corner, and then now you're resolving that by going around the corner there and seeing that it's just the robe standing there.
Okay. And we're
So
still in a
Cypher never
crowded-
actually saw her run.
Just saw the tail end of her robe fluttering around a corner.
But not this whole time.
Not this whole time. So when you were flying, you saw her actually run around the corner.
So we're now in now if we're around a corner, there's not Geolucent and people around. It's quiet?
It's quiet, yes.
And the alleyway goes 1, 2 directions?
It goes, for what you see right now, is just, it goes straight. It's just a straight direction with no off
Then
turn.
I keep going 60 feet, and I'm going, and I lower to where, and I'm flying kind of along the ground, arms out, so that if she's invisible, I can smack into her with my arms.
Okay. Okay.
Just ripping down the alleyway.
Very nice. Okay.
I'll be following behind her.
Following behind her. Orsina, Tobias.
Well, I'm not going to leave them at this point. I'm continuing.
Is it? Okay, it's just one like alleyway going down, and we can't. Like, can we see an end or no?
You can't really see an end from here. You can definitely see that it goes for about for a fair span straight, and then there's another wall there, and it kind of tees off into 2 different sections.
Can I cast a druidcraft of like heavy snowfall to see if she's invisible or not?
Okay.
For like it's 30 feet range, so like I'm just gonna cast it like 30 feet down.
Okay. All right. Orsina, how big is the druid craft again?
It just says range 30 feet.
Okay. You, in this little area, you begin to cast a snowstorm. This little like squall going in the background. From what you see, though, there isn't too much in terms of discerning, like snow's falling on crates and moving around.
There's no break, like a shape that's like falling around it. In my brain, it's like if there's a person standing.
Yeah, I can
like,
see what you're
create
doing.
a shape.
See what you're saying, but from what you see, actually, Orsina, it reveals to you like almost like a little drainage that goes off into a wall. You can see the snow melting and then water starting to flow into a best way I could say it is a medieval sewer grate.
Ooh, so it's big. Like the hole is big.
Yeah, it's like built into the side of the wall.
I don't think she can get away that quickly without us seeing her down the alley. So I feel like she might have gone down the drain.
Uh-huh.
Only one way to find out.
Blech.
Yuck.
Yeah, like if I've gone 60 feet down if I've gone 120 feet down the alley, like my full complement of 6 seconds of movement,
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't see her, I'll sit back and look at the team flabbergasted.
And I'll point, there's a grate. Go down there.
She had time to pry a grate off a wall?
Wait, is there a grate or is it just like a hole?
It's like an open hole. Sorry,
It's an open hole.
It's like a sewer entrance. Like I'm trying to find
Like
a better
Pennywise.
way of saying yes, exactly like Pennywise, but it's a little bit larger that like someone could possibly get into there.
All right, well,
Okay.
Cypher will just shrug and down.
yeah, just
And
try
down
diving in
we
there.
go.
All right,
Oh.
Tobias, Orsina, are you?
Yep,
Well, yeah.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
One
Is
of you
it-
had
is
better
it-
have
is it
dominance
really
or,
cold?
Visitation.
Is it cold and wet down there?
It is winter. It is winter right now.
It's gonna suck. As Bo dives in.
Oh, man. Well, alright. I go.
One of you had better have that spell that cleans us.
Like a shower.
All
called
three
shower.
of you just it's called the wizard's bath. You begin to slide down like a muck ridden sewer. There's some sort of slime that is just moving you along as you go down
Lovely.
here. Who went in first?
Either me or Bo. I was thinking I could fly down if there was enough room. I can get myself and just zoom down.
It's too thin for that. It's not a big like sewer entrance to fly.
Like it's
in.
wider than so it's basically I'm the width of it.
Think of it like a half circle.
Okay.
On the base of the ground, maybe 2 feet tall, so you could at least like squeeze your body in.
And then does it open up a little bit?
For where you're sliding down right now, not really. But once you slide down, it does open up into a actual sewer. That's
Okay. As soon as I can be in the air, I'm back in the air then.
okay. Cypher, you flow in and you slide in, and you hover above the raw sewage that is flowing down this river in a little river right now. Tobias, Orsina, Borak, maybe not bugging Borak that much, but the smell that hits your nostrils is just absolutely terrible.
Like, I miss the forest.
You hear like the far off drippings of water hitting this sewage, and Bo, you notice when you get down into the side, you see there's like little concrete barriers on either end that you can walk along. You notice a path, footprints stepping in one direction, a little bit further down, kind of through the muck here.
I think I got her. I'll start veering that way. Full sprint.
Full fast sprint because you got long strider on.
Yeah, 80 feet per round.
You see Bo, like he's like, "Come on!" and he's just like, poof, like almost like in a puff of smoke. He's just taken off already. Orsina, Tobias, you're following suit. It's a long, almost, it's a domed-in half circle kind of cobblestone sewer all the way down. Bo, you get to almost like an offshoot, and you can see light actually to the left, and you can see light to the front of you. It's almost like a crossroads, and then it's darkness to the right of you. Sorry, and left is light, and in front of you is light as well.
Okay, can I just do a quick check and see if I can find the tracks?
Absolutely, go ahead.
What kind of check do you want for that? Survival or
survival?
So 14 plus 8 is 22.
22. Okay. You see, heading directly in front of you, the almost like looks like someone jumped the little crossroads of filth and went towards the light in front of you.
All right, I'll head that way.
As you all head down this way, I need Tobias and Orsina to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes, sir.
As Cypher's flying above, kind of in this tunnel.
I got a 20.
17.
Good job, guys.
Okay. Quickly, Orsina begins to like slip down another chute, and Tobias reaches out and grabs her by her leather gear, and then pulls her back up. They almost both slipped into a far off pit.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You almost
Good.
slipped into a far off pit.
Into the darkness.
Who knows what's down there?
So Bo and Cypher, as you are both a little bit a ways ahead, you see the light growing closer and closer. You hear the clattering of something being like knocked together, and it almost sounds like multiple voices coming down, echoing down this path. What are you all doing?
Knocking an arrow and moving forward.
Okay, all right, I like it. As you,
What else do you expect Bo to do? Come on,
what else
man.
do you want from me?
What else do you want from? You know who I am by now.
This path begins to curve a little bit to the right, and the light is kind of reflecting off the sewer wall. You hear voices of, hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
I don't believe the trickery. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
keep
know.
going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's ignore this old man.
I mean, you guys can get the old man. I'm on a mission.
The
He's safe enough.
bow, against all other judgment, just continues like with an arrow, just like knocked at the ready. Goes around the corner. And as this begins to turn a little more, Bo, you see in front of you a torch. An older human male in fine armor and gold-lined armor with a sigil on front of it, one that you're not really familiar with. Behind him, you can see a group of 6 others, all of them clad in the same armor with capes rolling down. In front of you is, he kind of looks and he's like, who is it there? He can't really make out who you are, and one of the more pluckier people looses an arrow.
Not really.
And it sails past you.
That was rude.
I'm gonna ignore that. I don't have time. I don't have time for this.
Bad aim or a
Listen,
warning?
we're after a woman that's come down here. She's been causing all this havoc. I don't know if you know what's been happening upstairs or not. Who the fuck are you?
As he moves a little bit forward, you can see the stubble, like the unshaven unkemptness and the messy gray hair above him, and he goes, "What are you doing down here? You shouldn't be down in the sewers. Where's your permit?"
Dude, like I said, we are trying to help out this city. There is a woman down here that is wreaking havoc. She has caused all the issues up in the fucking city. Do you not know what the fuck is going on right now?
All right.
Why are they down there?
Can you are you persuading them at all, Borak? Or are you just kind of...
I'm a man in a hurry that is like, why the hell are you asking me stupid fucking questions?
He looks up and he goes, all right. I find it odd that are you a part of the Holdremian sanitation crew?
I feel like I would have wanted to keep going. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to stop, but Bo has a better sense of where she's going. So I would have probably been like going ahead, not seeing Bo following, come back, tapped him on the shoulder and just said, Bo, keep going, find her. I got this. And I'll say, hello, we're in a bit of a hurry. We're not with anyone important. We're just trying to save the world. So if is there anything we can do to help? And I just like am pushing Bo to go and keep following her.
Yep. I cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And I get 0 opportunity attacks against me for this round, and I run past them all.
And there he goes.
Are they like in front of us, or are we like they're coming down a way and we're going this way? Like how?
So the way this elbow kind of the sewer happens is Bo came across them. They're on the other side of the walkway, and there's like for lack of a better word, a shit river in between.
A poop river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so they can't grab me if they wanted to.
They can't grab you.
No.
No, I'm just running. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm
Just keep
casting
going.
Zephyr Strike, I'm just going.
So Bo
I
casts.
thought they were like in front of me. I thought they were directly in front of me. I don't cast a spell. I thought they were directly in front of me. If they're on the other catwalk, then I'm just going.
Bo just keeps walking, and then Cypher comes in to have this discussion with them. Tobias,
We can have this discussion later. Talk to her. I'm out.
Tobias, Orsina, you happen upon Cypher as well. What are you two doing?
Well, sanitation worker, that's laughable, my friends. Do you not see the attire that I am currently dressed in? Do I look like a sanitation worker to you?
Aye, everyone seems to be dressed very nicely for the festival, Serenity. I don't, you know, I mean, you do bring up a good point there. This one's got
Exactly.
wings on him.
I do?
Now,
You still have
why
are
don't
you
you
still
start?
flying?
I'm still flying, but I got wings? Sweet! I'll take it.
Now, why
We're
don't
a
you people start asking some better questions and stop wasting our time?
Do we even have to be here since they can't grab us?
Yeah, no, you've literally 6 seconds and I'm flying away and these two are running away.
Yeah, I'm just like,
all right.
so sorry.
Have you seen any disturbances?
Have you seen any disturbances down here?
I was just sent down here because of all the noise that's going on in Broad Square.
You were sent to the sewers because of the noises in the square? Your boss sucks?
We gotta keep our
I don't
eyes
know.
open.
No, get out of the sewers and go take care of the monsters in the square, you psychos.
Yeah, I don't
Monsters.
know if I believe that. It seems to me more like you're down here cowering.
Oh,
Mm.
Tobias. Perception.
Roll.
Or they're trying to help. I mean,
Yeah, I was wondering what color their robes are. And if I
They
recognize the
all got the
sigil.
purple robes. Sorry, what did you want me to roll?
Nah. You can just kind of tell by his face immediately that you've caught him off guard by saying that they're hiding.
Hmm.
And his face kind of turns and he goes, I'd watch your mouth if I were you, boy.
Actually, I'm like 50 some odd years old.
I think you struck a nerve
Uh,
there.
You look mighty
Not
fine
really
for
a
50.
boy. Oh, thank you. It's vegan. Well, I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend, but we are trying to chase a perpetrator of malcontent that has run down here and is trying to escape our justice. There are many crystallized zombie-like beings up there. We call them Geolucents, and they are attacking the people who are here to enjoy the Festival of Serenity. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You hear one of the other people behind them kind of like looks around. He's got like this like big bucket helmet on, and he's like, "They're saying there's more monsters here." And you hear kind of like a little bit more rattling, and you're like, "Quiet." Well,
Yes,
I think we're gonna have
and
to take you
they
in.
can read your mind.
As he says that, can I, where is it? Sorry, looking in features, I have a thing for this. I'm going to have them make wisdom saving throws as I am kind of hovering beside Tobias, and I'll just like stomp down loudly in a really like aggressive pose. And I'll have him make a save. Wisdom. Everyone in 10 feet cube of me.
So even Orsina and Tobias.
Hey, I'll do it.
Turn or frightened. Your choice. I think I can pick either, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the group of 7 over there. What's the save?
Wisdom. DC 17.
Fail. 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 Pass. Pass. So 2 more. Fail. And fail. So you have 2
Okay.
passes, 5 fails.
So the 5 fails. As I land, my wings just like flash, and my eyes, my like face does that like demonic form that I did in the bar that one time. That really
Okay.
scary flash, and I just say, I land and I say, "We're not going anywhere. Get out!" And the 5 of them are frightened of me, and the
You
2
see
that passed are not.
You see the
Cypher
5
is the
immediately
monster.
like Cypher kind of leans in and her face just changes into like this almost like deer skull like monster with like fiery red eyes, and the 5 guards just immediately like just and they just run out the way they came. And one of the older guard that's holding there, and then one of his other, the one who was like with the little bucket hat is there now. What do you two? What are the rest of you doing there?
Well, I think that
I'm gone.
I know,
Yeah.
Bo. We'll get to you in a second.
I'm about
think
to
we
be
can-
going after Bo.
Can't
Like, I
we
don't
go
want
Yeah.
this
as
group taking
well?
more than like 10, 20 seconds.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna start running.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
Okay.
go.
Try to catch up to
I'm
Bo.
like,
Okay.
okay,
And
bye,
I'm gonna-
so sorry, and then go.
And I'm gonna yell as back at them as I leave. And I was lying. I'm actually only 47.
Just tap tap
No,
tap
right.
tap 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 tap. Borak, behind you, you can hear the footsteps, presumably of your party coming behind you. This section of tunnel is like snaked left and right. There's little offshoots that you've seen as you pass by. Is there? I'd like you to do a survival check just to see if you can continue finding any tracks here.
It's 16 plus 8, 24.
Okay. You see on one of the offshoots, the steps take a turn almost to like it's like a smaller offshoot of a little river that flows in water, and you have to kind of like push yourself up against the wall and squeeze through it as you're going through. You make your way onto the other side, and there seems to be a broken part of the sewer where the old masonry has fallen apart, and there's exposed beams and a tunnel ahead of you.
Sorry, you cut out for that last.
Oh,
bit
sorry.
there, man. You said some exposed masonry.
You see some exposed masonry kind of all shifted haphazardly, exposed lumber, and a tunnel ahead of you.
All right, I'm just gonna, like an idiot, jump into the tunnel, I guess.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Okay. Gang, as the rest of you are all catching up with Borak, you hear the guards, the 2 guards that are there, chasing, yelling after you. Stop it!
Brave.
But you continue on and you go further. Bo, you head into this tunnel. And the air seems to be incredibly close in here. But not too far off, you hear the footsteps, the echoing of footsteps. Hurried footsteps. Are you doing anything to prepare? Or are you still heading down?
I'm just arrow knocked. Still
Sprinting
Still,
with an arrow knocked.
sprint. Yeah, just moving quickly with an arrow knocked. Like I'm ready to go. Born for this.
Born to be wild.
All right. folks,
Bo's gonna
I
be
need-
wild.
I need you all to accept Bo, Orsina, Cypher, Tobias. Roll an athletics check, please.
Don't mind if I
Or acrobatics, maybe? I'm still flying?
Okay, roll acrobatics. Roll acrobatics.
Like, we still roll athletics, though?
Yes, if you're not flying or anything.
How do I roll dice? How do I do that?
I just got a 9, so it's not good.
No, I
Like,
got
do
a
I
6.
click it? Oh, I click this.
Are you guys adding your modifiers?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
perfect.
wish I didn't have to. I have a negative modifier.
Fine, I'll just roll a d20. Honest.
Well,
I
I
am
got a
not
5
very
plus
athletic.
4, so...
Oh, okay.
Sorry, when it showed up on my, because your rolls show up on my
25.
screen, it just said 9 and then +4 modifier, so I wasn't sure if that was included or not. Just want to make sure.
25.
Okay. Begin to fall a little bit behind Orsina. Tobias, what was yours?
It was a 6.
Cypher, you've now reached the smaller crevice part, and you've begin to push your way through. You had to unfortunately get off the ground here because it's actually difficult terrain to move through. The Borok, as you move closer to the noise, you see kind of clad in wrapped leathers and draped cloth and very worn out clothes. You see the frazzled silver hair of Lilith, and you can see she's scrolling something on the ground.
I'm just shooting. Fire,
You're shooting.
firing away.
Go ahead.
Or actually, no. How close am I to her?
You, right now, you're about 40 feet away from her, down the tunnel.
40 feet. Okay, No, I'm going to go tackle her.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and tackle her because she's trying to do a circle or teleportation or something like that. So I'm going to try and tackle her
Oh yeah, man.
and knock whatever's at her hand. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to roll a strength.
Okay. That's a 14.
I'm rolling against this.
Please suck.
It was an 8. Bo,
Plus 13.
yeah, plus
Yeah.
99.
Plus
Congratulations.
99. She's a frail old woman.
Cypher, Tobias, Orsina, you all kind of are making your way into the tunnel when you hear like the padded footsteps. It's like Borok, as you're beginning to run, you look and you see Lilith, and she's like scrolling something on the ground, and just before the runes start to light up, you tackle her and you bring her down to the ground, and you're now on top of her, and she's holding kind of a crystal in her hand.
Is that should be my action and a turn, I believe. But I am going to bonus action Hunter's Mark her.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
idea.
All right.
Cypher, Tobias, Orsina. You enter into
Oh
the...
shit. Never mind. Sorry. I'm going to use my action surge because I have one of those,
Okay.
and I want to try and wrestle away the crystal from her and knock it out of her hands down
Okay.
the hallway.
All right. Go ahead.
So what would that be? Would that be other strength?
I would
Or an
say
attack?
it's I would roll dexterity was on a d20. As you're trying to like she's moving her hand and you're trying to grab it to move away.
Okay. All right, natural 15 plus 19.
Fuck this dice. 2. Congratulations. So as she's like flailing and just and exasperated, you knock her wrist and the crystal just ting 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 goes off further and it hits the side of a wall and rests. Cypher, Tobias, Orsina, you see Borok on the ground wrestling with Lilith. What are you doing here?
I would
Grabbing
probably
popcorn.
smart. I would probably fly in,
This should be good.
knowing that Bo isn't like but knowing Bo and I are both fast, not overly strong. I'd probably run in, see that she was drawing a sigil, maybe try to scuff the sigil on the floor so she can't complete it.
Okay.
And then I want to join in on the tackle and try to pin her down because I know we're not very strong. Maybe 2 of us will be strong enough.
I wonder how
Okay.
strong she is.
Can't be, she's a caster.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope.
So your action here, Cypher, is you run up and you take your cloven hoof and you scratch out the circle that's in front of you, and you just dogpile on top of Borok.
Yep.
Can you roll like a strength d20 with advantage because you're helping out here?
Yes, I can.
I help.
Oh, thank God it was with advantage because one of those was a 1. So 14. Do you want me to add my strength? So 13.
Okay. Okay.
So -1.
Cypher, Borok, you just dogpile. You hear like the exasperated like the from Lilith as more weight comes down. Tobias, Orsino, what are you two doing during this?
We're professionals.
Well,
What's her arm situation? Can she still like do stuff?
what
Or
is her
she,
Her
like,
arms
That's the
down?
best way of asking that.
Yeah.
her arms are free. They're kind of like sprawling out between like on either side. Like Borok's laying down on top of her like this, like head to head, and Cypher's just like laying down on top of them like across.
I know. Kind of
You'll hear me say, get the diamond. Get the crystal. Get the crystal. Don't fucking touch it with your bare hands, though.
And I helped.
Wait. Where is the crystal?
It went off a little bit further into the cavern there.
Can I thorn whip a crystal or no?
You can certainly try.
I'm thinking like just like grab it with my whip and not touch it.
What if? Hold on. What if I cast
I was gonna-
like a ray of frost on it, surrounded it in ice? Then could we pick it up?
Oh, that's a good idea. Like an ice cube.
Just, I mean,
Okay, you do
I
that.
don't
I'll
know.
thorn whip
I
her
don't know.
hands.
Okay.
I'll thorn whip her hands so it's like up on her head, like together.
Nice.
This is
Just
some
do your-
BDSM stuff.
So that's you guys continue with that.
Getting
I'm gonna
weird.
go take care of the crystal. I'm gonna cast the frost thingy and see if I can get it.
Orsina, don't worry. You're not going to need to roll anything on this one. Like you whip your left hand out, and as that happens, you see like a thorny whip come out from your hands, apparate, and wrap around the wrists of Lilith. Tobias, you blast your hand out with a what was it? Ray of Frost?
Ray of frost.
And you blast the crystal with cold energy. You can hear almost like cracking begin to form around the crystal. And the glow, seemingly, of the crystal dissipates.
Oh. Interesting. I'm not brave enough to pick this up.
Just
Not
use
a
your
Smart
shirt.
enough.
Use your shirt.
I'm not going to use it. I think I have gloves somewhere in my bag. Hold on. Okay, fine, I don't. I'll take off my shirt. Oh. Pick it up.
You see like Tobias just sighs, just takes his shirt off. What do we see? Like, Tobias, do you mind?
Jacket or
Do you mind if
something?
I ask? What are
telling
we
me
seeing? What are we seeing
So
under
we
this?
have a dog pile, some whipping, and
Whipped.
Tobias taking his shirt off.
Yeah, this is turning.
Guys.
Well, you're gonna see if you know Tobias is not a very bulky individual, so kind of skin and bone. You're gonna see that there is a semblance of some abs there, almost a 6-pack. I would
knew
say
you
a
were gonna say
4-pack.
that.
But I want to say just like a little bit of chest hair,
Salt and pepper.
not a
too.
lot, but there's a few hairs there.
Okay. You see just like a little gold chain is still on Tobias. And he's going over to grab the crystal, but as this is happening, the two guards that were chasing you come in to see a dog pile, someone with a whip around their arms, and Tobias with his shirt off, bending down to pick something.
We're really good at D&D, guys.
Lilith,
Really great D&D characters. Yeah.
Great.
Lilith is effectively restrained.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna manacle her. I have manacles. Because I'm smart.
There we go. Tobias, you pick up with your shirt the crystal, and you can hear it almost cracking still. Like almost like little like fissure pops, like you know when like ice is beginning to melt and you can hear the cracks, kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay.
The older guard's like, what the hell is going on here?
Who wants to explain?
I'll look at Cypher and I'll say, get her to talk. I'll look at oh wow, why am I blanking on names at the moment? Tobias. I'll look at Tobias and say, hit that thing with fire. I'll look at Orsina and go, you're with me. And walk towards the guard.
All right. So I will put it down and I'll cast Firebolt on it.
Okay. Tobias, as you drop the crystal to the ground, it actually shatters.
Interesting. Okay. So the ice is because you said that once I trapped it in ice, the color faded from the crystal as well, right?
Yes, and this also is corroborated by you checking on the deck too, with the frost taking over it.
True. Interesting. Now, I wonder when a crystal loses its light, does that also mean it's lost its power to transform those who touch it? Maybe. I mean, I'm not brave enough to test the theory, so I'm going to burn this right now. But, well, maybe we should test it on Lilith.
What about Lilith? She'll touch anything.
Open
Borok,
up, Lilith.
Borok, you're
This
walking
is
up
turning.
to the guard, and the guard says, kind of holding the torch, and now it's bathed in like this red light. He goes, "What you? Who is that over there on the ground?"
That's the one that started this. The whole
We're
thing
trying
upstairs.
to catch this whole
Who
time.
we've been trying to capture. I told you.
You mean there's someone behind this all?
Yes.
I've...
Many people, actually.
He immediately pulls out a
Yeah.
whistle, and he begins.
Just wait. Let us get our answers first, and we'll we'll tell everyone about this that we need to, but let us get our answers first.
Yeah, put off your protocol for now.
I will Thord whip you if I have to.
If I can say anything, you
roll intimidation
Oh.
with advantage because Borok's there too with you.
Sorry. It was
Natural
a nat
20?
20, but I have a -1, so it's 19.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah.
You immediately like flash your hands like this gold glow. This green glow shows up, and then Borok is kind of illuminated by the green glow too. And the guard like stows his whistle into his little pack there. Cypher, you have managed to get Lilith manacled. Her hands are manacled behind her back, and you've put her up against the cave wall, and her hair is just all completely disheveled. And you can see now, up close and personal, like this almost paper thin skin with like a purplish hue underneath it, with dark veins going across her face. With what was thought to be lipstick is now just completely and totally dark lips, devoid of any color. And her eyes are this glowing purple. And she's just sitting there like...
Well, darling, if you cooperate, maybe I'll even give you a safe word. Now, this can go a couple ways. I'm generally a pretty nice person. I'm usually pretty merciful, jovial kind of vibe, but I also won't hesitate to kill you if I need to. So which way would you prefer this go? You answer questions willingly and thoroughly, and we have mercy. You don't, and we have to pull them out of you. Which would you prefer?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be silence then? And now you're smiling. Oh, good, we're matching.
Oh.
That's lovely.
All right. Well, how about this? I'll give you a little more incentive. You talk, and I won't put my shirt back on.
That's excellent, Tobias. Excellent.
Oh.
What motivates a person like this?
Well, clearly
So,
the
do you have any
color purple.
addictions?
So, I'll just like... What if I said that we were interested in what you were doing, not necessarily to stop it, but to understand it? I feel like this is a bit of a, religious situation, and don't religious situations usually want followers?
Roll the persuasion. Roll the persuasion. What am I like? Roll the persuasion. Roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
At the persuasion.
Why is it
Please
a
do this.
3? It's only a 9. So,
Was
wait,
what?
do I have DM inspiration? I have DM inspiration. I'm going to use DM inspiration. Should I have called that before I knew the result?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'll
how
let you
DM
do it. I'll let you do it.
inspiration
Also,
works.
Bo, take a point of inspiration for the tackle, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It was my idea. No, okay. So that's better. 19.
19. Okay.
I'll get rid of that.
She looks down and looks up, kind of through this silvery hair that's in front of her, and she goes,
Oh, I was doing persuasion. Hang on.
"It's persuasion."
It was 13 plus 11, so 24.
Okay.
And persuasion, I did perception by accident, and that's only a +6.
Yeah, 24 is better.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's a good number.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's a good
Persuasion is
number.
plus
Yeah.
11. I was like, oh, that's much better. 24.
You want to know of the power of the crystal?
I believe that's what I asked, yes.
More than anything in the world.
She leans into you, Cypher, incredibly close, and just says, "Let me go, and I'll show you everything you need."
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not
Wait, she spoke to me, remember?
Mhm.
You're treading the territory into territory you can imagine. The crystal provides.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, you talk to me. Now tell us what that means.
Crystal always will provide. They will provide.
What
Are you
kind of
saying
provisions?
they, like the crystal's pronoun is they, or are you using they as in there's more than one crystal?
There's more than one crystal,
So
but
they
there
will
is only
provide.
one ruler of them.
Okay.
Okay.
And who might that be?
She looks up at you and cuts you like a side glance and says, he is someone that you cannot even begin to imagine their plan.
Let me guess.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's take over the fucking entire world, like
World
you guys all
domination.
have been. Yeah.
I don't know if you have enough glitter for that. That takes a lot of glitter and a large fan.
She snaps over to you.
Yeah.
Do not take that tone with the master.
You're
Punch
not
her in the face.
master.
I punch her in the face. Hard.
Okay,
Straight
roll
in the face.
d20.
You're not the master, Lilith. I'm taking that tone with you.
So that's a 22.
22 to hit. Okay, that hits.
So 4 damage.
You immediately just punch her, and her head
Oh, wait.
snaps. Yeah.
I have Hunter's Mark on her, so
Oh no!
9 damage.
A billion. Her head
Kill her.
explodes.
Yeah, we're hurting her. Like, she's gonna die after this. You know that, right?
Before
9.
we have answers.
Smashes her head back, hits the side of the wall, and now you can kind of see that she's just a little dazed, but blood is starting to ooze from her nose, but it's not normal blood. It's almost like a dark ichor sort of coming out from it, and she's oh, you half-orc. Your friend is in pain.
What? He's got no friends.
Hey.
I don't have many.
Man,
You should
pain.
see how he cries out, and her voice mimics to the T Perry. Please help me. Please. And then her voice normal comes back, and
I'll grab her by the throat and pin her up against the wall and just, where is he? Where is he? Fucking tell me.
he is where the consortium lays.
Who were you here to meet? Why were you in the city?
She looks over and she sees. Ooh, I think Tobias, you had the bag, correct? Who
bag?
has
Yeah.
the bag
Also,
right now?
Did you say he is where the consortium lays?
Yes.
Consortium lays, yeah.
Oh, that is.
I have the bag. Yeah.
She sees the leather strap bag and she goes, Tharaval. I'm here for Tharaval.
Like to collect Tharaval or turn Tharaval?
Secrets. His family has secrets that the master needs.
Why don't you tell us what to do and we'll go do it? Save you the trouble.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion, not perception. Can we roll good? 16. It's not bad. That's not great.
No, she's still. Are you still choking her, Bo?
I've lessened my grip, but I'm still like keeping her in place.
She kind of shakes her head and goes, "No, I must do this for the master. I must do this for the master."
See, if you must do it for the master, that means you need to live to do it for the master. And if your biggest priority is doing this for the master, then you would probably cooperate so that you can do it. You can't do it if you don't have working legs.
Or head.
No, no.
Saying no isn't going to do anything.
Just
It's kind
mocking.
of a clear answer. You just
Oh no, no! She begins
Yeah,
to start shaking her head.
who's the master?
Bo, as this discussion comes up, or sorry, Tobias or Sina, you're kind of off to the side. The guard comes up and says, "I can't hold this on for much longer. I'm gonna have to do something. She might be innocent."
She ain't innocent. We've been
No.
following her for
No, she's not.
weeks. For weeks.
I just shoot him a glance. My
Yeah, but
eye.
I like.
Sorry.
Sorry, I saw my like gold thing, right? It was like,
Oh, you still threaten him with the whip?
I mean, yeah, it's
Okay.
not out. It's just don't forget.
I
And then
just.
Cypher can do this.
He looks over to all of you and goes, You have 2 more minutes before I blow this whistle. Make it count." And I'm actually setting up a timer. I'll tell you when the
Timers
timer.
aren't fair, because you're the one that has to say things to us. We're just trying to get you. To
Okay,
say
I will
things.
pause the timer every time I answer.
Okay.
Okay?
That pacifies me. Thank you.
Okay.
We can
Your
knock them
2
out.
minutes of interrogation.
Can we knock the guards out?
I mean, if you want, you can try.
Can we
I
just
think
take his
that's
whistle?
gonna.
I just take his whistle.
It's
I feel
powerless
like we
without your
kind of are
whistle.
gonna want. I feel like we're kind of gonna want the guards.
Mhm.
If we don't want to be enemies of the state, we're gonna
Yeah,
want the guards
on our side.
Uh,
on our side. So,
Your
just my
timer
opinion.
starts now.
All right. Well, we've already asked her the question. Who's the leader? And then she was doing all thing.
Should we scare her? What can we do?
That's what we're doing.
More scares.
She looks at
Yeah.
you and says, whatever you can threaten me with, he will threaten me with more."
Yes, but you need to be able to get to him to be threatened. So tell us what we need to know so you can go and be his little puppet. That seems like it's your most important thing right now.
I'll use my dagger and I'll slice a small across her chest. I'll drag it across her chest.
You're gonna write your name on her chest?
Yes.
You can see her wincing in the pain, just. What do you want to know? Exactly.
Oh.
Who is your master? What are the plans?
Where
Where
is
they?
the consortium?
And where is Perry?
Shh. Perry. He's in the wastes.
Is the way something that we know as a place? He's asking.
Bo.
Yeah, that's my home. That's my home, and that's where we started the campaign.
Bo knows of the wastes.
Yeah.
Where in the wastes? The waste sounds large. Be specific.
Where the incident took place.
Okay. Where's the consortium?
We are many. We have so many of us around.
What are the
Okay,
giant
but
crystals
where
do?
does your operation
Then here's your
work out
boss.
of? Like,
Your main office.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry, you have
headquarters.
1 minute left because I'm talking
Okay.
for time
Yeah.
when answering. But no, you're not. You're on pause right now. Bo, Tobias, or Cena, any questions?
Where? Who's your boss? What's the boss's name?
Yeah, where's the boss?
Are the crystals still powerful when they don't have their light?
She looks to you, Tobias, first when you ask that question, and goes, "Surprised that someone of your power helps them and not us. You're so much like us. Yes, it loses its power when the glow is gone. And to you, half-orc, the master is only known to us as the crystal lich."
All right.
Follow-up question. What provides that power for the crystal? How does it get its light?
As all thing is and all thing gives, the Aether provides its power. And 2 minutes is up. The whistle
All right, so when that
blows.
2 minutes, no, when you said that's when he was going to blow it, like when he was going to get there.
Yes.
When we're approaching that
Yeah.
2 minutes, since Bo's holding her up and they're interrogating as well, I'll turn from her, let them ask questions, and I'm going to go over to the guard.
Okay.
I'll just look at him and I'll say, "Enemy of the state. We're not enemies of the state. We understand you need to take her in. This is important that we get this done and we get the right answers. You can have her when we're done." And I say it kind of at earshot of Lilith. If you blow that whistle and interrupt this, we're not going to be able to save the people we need to save. Do not risk lives today. And then I'll prepare to yank the whistle out of his hand if he tries to blow it. But I won't do it until he does it.
Can you roll intimidation, please?
Persuasion or intimidation?
Well, they're both. It's better to be intimidation. No, wait,
Yeah.
persuasion is 11, but intimidation's +7. So 19?
He wants. You can tell there's like a conflict in his head. What are you looking to get out of this?
That is none of your business right now. We can explain when we're not in the middle of a crisis. You're a soldier. You should understand priority in crisis.
All I see is someone being cut up, tied up, slapped, choked, punched.
Take a look at her, soldier. Does she look like a human to you?
She certainly looks like she once was one.
Yes, so she's a bit of a monster at the moment, and we're monster hunters. Let us deal with the monster. You can have her when we're done. She will be alive and well enough.
Just keep it quick.
We are trying. You're not in charge here. I am.
I'm the captain now.
And I'll keep an eye on that whistle as they're asking questions.
I will give you another 2 minutes on the clock for questioning. Okay.
I don't want a timer. The timer's like it's the boss.
I hate that. Hey, Cypher, Becky. I hate to tell you, there's timers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't do your thing, guys. Keep asking questions.
Follow-up question. Well, you say that you're surprised that someone like me wouldn't have joined you. Why is that?
Timer starts now. You possess the powers that we all have, that the master loves, the master needs.
Do I have the power?
Guys, we don't care about what powers you have that would be good for the evil cult. We want to know where people are.
She looks over at you, Orsina, and goes, it's paused, by the way, and goes, no,
So not spellcast.
no, not this natural magic.
Well, my invite must have got lost in the mail.
I think the Lich is providing them the magic.
Hmm.
Tobias, what kind of magic do you have here? You're not telling us.
I don't know,
Right.
the normal kind?
Is there any way that we can destroy these crystals, or is there any way we can, other than fire and ice?
If you must ask, hammers seem to do quite a bit to this, and we haven't really worked out the problems with shockwaves and cacophonous bursts.
Got it. So
And-
make them explode.
How
yeah.
is it actually contagious? Is it contagious through touch, through ingestion, through cuts?
She looks at the crystal shards that are broken on the ground that Tobias just blew up with the fireball, and goes, if only you knew. If I just stuck that into your pretty neck.
She thinks I'm pretty.
Well, that's nice.
How many's in the consortium? Are you in every major city?
You have a minute left, letting you know. The Ardor Consortium does not look to cities and states. We are our own powerful entity.
Yes, and how many are you? And where is your main office?
Did we figure out who V is? Who's
Just gonna
V?
answer. I'll answer Cypher's thing first.
Good question.
I believe there's 10 of us who have achieved the power granted to us by the Master.
And then Ursina had the question.
Yeah,
Who's
who's
V. Vincent. You
punk.
don't want to meet Vincent?
Yes, we do. Where's
What
Vincent?
the hell is Vincent? Is Vincent the main guy? Is he your king? Ruler?
No, that's just called the Master.
No, that's
He's
Lich.
just the master? His no
Who's
name?
Vincent and where can we find him?
Vincent is in the wastes.
With Perry?
Ah,
Unless he knows where I am now.
And then he'll come and kill you? Is he human?
Vincent is a powerful human.
Like Tobias could be?
Tobias wishes. Last question.
wow.
I'll look at the guard and go, "You're hearing this, right?"
Well, I have a question. These crystals, are they manufactured in a lab of sorts? Are they created with your crystal lich's magic, or are they naturally occurring and then you have them converted by magic into these crystals that you're using now?
This is the last question. Not answering anymore after this, okay?
Yep.
The Master, he provides his magic and they form and we take them and they grow themselves after.
Okay, guys, so it's a centralized location that these crystals come out of.
Where's that location?
I think originally it was in the waste where we came from, where that cave was. Fuck.
But the beacons are beginning to grow. The towers are beginning to grow. Soon his power will be realized.
Beacons.
And
So
then
off-site.
All right,
Off-site.
I'll lift her up. I'll lift her up and go to the guard. Hold on, we're coming with you. Just lead us out to where we need to go.
okay. Let's take a break right now.
Mhm.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, y'all. Borok, Cypher, Tobias, Orsina, and the two guards that were the ones that weren't scared from Cypher's face are now walking out of the sewers. This entrance to the sewers is a little bit more of a dumping ground, let's just say, and you move out of the sewers into the city street. Now it is night. The bells are no longer ringing, but there seems to be still some sort of commotion in the air. There's people being rushed back and forth with gurneys and people being carried and covered up and wounded, and guards are now patrolling en masse. As the guard with the torch, the older gentleman, comes out, he whistles for some other guards to come down. People are starting to take notice now. They see the disheveled, shackled form of Lilith. And it's interesting, now that you're kind of out in the night light and you're illuminated by the lights that are around you, you do see that Lilith is rather, I don't want to say decrepit, but very skinny. The clothes are almost just kind of hanging off of her, and just tattered linens and rough spun pants are just kind of hanging off of her. You see, who is holding Lilith, by the way?
I will be.
Okay. A guard comes up to you and says, "We're going to need to be taking her into the stockades."
Well, the stockades are going to need to be some heavily guarded ones because there's probably going to be some people coming after her.
Hey, is it more of those things?
Yes, only the more powerful ones. Take us to whoever is the leader of your guard. We have lots of information to tell them.
Aye.
And also, is anyone on the guard? Are you all martial fighters, or are some of you casters? Casting spells.
Oh no, we certainly have our casting contingent, our paladins, and
Don't let them be tempted by what she might say.
Yeah.
aye, no.
She'll prey on those types of people.
Begging your pardon, but pray.
Not like God prey, like hunter and prey, hunting prey.
Aye.
They'll be more likely to be swayed to her dark side.
I will make sure that it's taken care of. I mean, if you'd like, you could accompany us to the stockades in Postern Bay. It won't be much of a travel. It's just a district over.
Sure.
All right.
Orsina, Tobias, anything you guys want to do while this is, or ask? Sorry,
Well, I'd like to get your names.
the guards' names.
Yeah.
The older gentleman, he turns around and he goes, I'm Constable Warwick. Nice to meet you.
That's a great name. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you. And the larger fellow, he turns around and goes, just a soldier. My name. God damn it! I'm just a Mr. Soldier, my name is Foul.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Fal.
No problem. Please, if you be coming with me. As you're making your way through the Broad Square, you see what would have been a night of festivities is now a night of people shutting themselves in their homes, locking the doors, guards patrolling the town. You enter these large gates, and it says Postern Bay in common as you're passing through. This district, as you enter, kind of dips down into what looks to be kind of like a bay. The bay actually, where the district gets its name from, Postern Bay, enters in. You can see a bunch of ships, a dock, and a training barracks, what seems, and kind of like a Coliseum arena as you're heading down. While you're walking through, though, you do see you're being led a little bit further into kind of the side of the bay where the mountain kind of meets, and that's the stockades. A large contingency of the guard is outside right now, and they're almost lined up as Bo, you're bringing in Lilith. The click-clacking of her shoes on the cobblestone as she walks by. Kind of a crowd has come around of soldier, lieutenant, captain alike, and even some onlookers from the people who are kind of skirting the curfew. As you bring her in, she kind of wrenches her chains a bit and says, the master take you all.
And be with you.
You might want to be careful with this one.
You hand her over to the soldier, and they bring them in, and you see a rather stoic looking orc come in, kind of gray hair slicked all the way back, and walks in and goes, "All right, what the fuck happened here?"
Cypher, this is a long story. You probably should take the
Oh.
reins on this.
Oh, me?
You
So-
talk better.
I do.
You good talk. Talk good.
Right.
To start, I guess you've probably noticed a increase in contaminated crops, contaminated people with a bit of a crystal plague. Yeah, she's part of the cause of that. She's not the cause. She is a symptom of the disease. The disease appears to be known as the Master. We caught her doing her crystal fuckery in the sewers, and we caught her for you. And we were attempting to have a thorough interrogation, but got 4 minutes in before being threatened with more guards. So we've brought her to you.
We've been following her for,
Then
I would say, 2 or 3 weeks now. And she's basically destroyed, turned every town that we've gone through into what you see and what happened today.
Yeah, she tries to infect people with crystal that makes them into monsters. Her and her consortium do this all over the continent, and they are attempting to take over the world.
So put her in a very, very safe spot. High security.
Or a deep hole or killer, one or the other, honestly.
He snaps his fingers, looks over to a few of them, and goes, "You heard them. Make sure she gets in the pit. Put her in the abyssal vault."
Ooh,
Ooh, pit.
I like the sound
yeah,
of
that
that.
sounds good.
Make sure she's got no components.
Oh, don't
Maybe
worry.
tie
We'll be
her head.
we'll be making sure she gets nothing from there.
No casting abilities would be important.
I,
No ability for casters to get into her either. Maybe some
That's
sort
what
of
she said.
anti-magic field or something.
I'll make sure I will make sure I'll get the word to the king here of what happened.
Also, if you could ask her how to cure people that have been infected but aren't turned yet, that would be great. Figure that out.
Yeah, you might want to make her talk about that one.
I'll see if we can get our top persuaders on there. This goddamn Commodon, this dynasty filth coming in and breaking up all.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a Commandant Dynasty problem. I would say it's a evil monster problem.
Who's the one that they're the ones that definitely making it?
I don't think so. Not necessarily. We only know that her and 10 other people like her are worshipping a cult leader that are creating it. This has nothing to do with the Holdremian Kingdom or the Commodstein Dynasty.
So what you now, Cypher, as you're kind of coming to this realization, you see all over the this little kind of like stockade room, the intake room. There's like posters up, like rallying for the Holdremian Kingdom. There's posters that in common say "Down with the Commodon Dynasty."
Do I know why they want the Commodon Dynasty? Like what the motive of a war would be?
I do, or maybe not as much now.
So
it's been a year or so.
Yeah, if you remember, Bo would remember this. Cypher, you kind of came in after. The Commodon Dynasty was one of the first capitals Talrand was attacked. And
yeah, I remember there was a conflict between the two.
Well, Borok and the previous party stopped this attack from happening, and the Commodon Dynasty believes the Holdremian Kingdom did it. So they started amassing their people, but it was another purple robe that did it. And now this kind of this pseudo tension of a war has begun. And the Holdremian Kingdom thinks the Commodon Dynasty created this crystal virus, and the Commodon Dynasty thinks the Holdremian Kingdom created it.
So if I kind of understand that they're kind of blaming each other, I would be even more insistent on telling them, like, this was not created by either dynasty or kingdom. This is just its own malicious thing. The war is not what you think it would be. You'd be attacking people that are as innocent as you are.
I mean, the Commodon aren't fucking close to smart enough to think of something like this. This is way above them and their pay grade.
Oh yes, we were supposed to make fun of them, right? Yeah, they're so stupid.
And now you're talking.
Yeah, but they didn't do this. But, right?
Well,
so funny.
Well, thank you for bringing her here, and we'll make sure we get some information out of her. I believe the king and the advisor will be down here soon.
Terrible. Is there
Off you go.
Spellcaster?
No.
The king?
No, Therabol's the advisor that she
Sorry,
Lilith
that's above
to
game.
talk to.
Yeah. He goes, I don't rightfully know if he's a caster or not.
Okay. Just curious.
Do you know where we can find him?
He's coming here.
If you wait a few minutes, I believe the advisor will be coming down before the king. If anything.
Okay, sorry. My internet fucked up for a minute there. I thought you said advisor, but I wasn't sure. My bad.
Here, take a seat in here. He opens up kind of like a small interrogation room. He's like, I'll let him know you're here and that you're the people that brought this person in. Sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Can I just inside check him? I want to make sure he's not going to lock us up too.
Go ahead. Orsina, what'd you say?
Orsina on the side was like, isn't Theraval one of the names that was circled in the letter to Lilith from Vincent?
Yeah, that's why we're here
But
because
what if
We're here
they're
because of
working
that.
together?
yeah, that's I
So
she
Yeah.
said
it's just-
specifically that Lord Theraval and his family have secrets that she's here to get. So we
Oh,
don't
he
know
actually. Okay, she actually said his name. I missed that. Okay.
because I asked her.
22.
From the heroics that you've like displayed tonight and the information and also the joke you made against the Commandant dynasty, he seems to be telling the truth. He looks to be, you know, just wait right here and we'll get the advisor to come in.
Cool. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Nice.
Tobias, you still have your shirt on or off?
No, my shirt is still off, man.
Okay.
I'm so surprised no one has said anything.
How are you keeping yourself warm? It's in the middle of winter.
Well, like Lilith said, I've got powers.
Ooh, internal heater.
I'm special. At least that's what my mom told me.
I think it's a good look.
Well, I guess I'll put the clothing back on then. So I start taking my...
Only if you want to.
So funny.
I kind of do.
Barracks.
Put my clothes back on and... Alright, how do I
Alright.
look?
Spectacular.
Worse.
You all do look rather dirty from the
Oh yeah, we've got shit all
walk around
over
in
us.
the mud.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Does anyone have a thing for that?
We could
Do
use
we
a little
smell?
You certainly do.
Does anyone have a wizard's bath?
Yeah, that's sort of a wizard's bath.
Is there a potion of prestidigitation?
Wizard's bath.
cleanup. Yeah, none of
Do
you
they
are
have-
invited to the wizard bath.
Do they have a bathing room in this like stockyard?
Nope.
We just...
You're in like a holding, like kind of like an interrogation room. There isn't
Can I
too much.
minor illusion my smell differently?
Sure, you can minor illusion to make it smell like roses or whatever you want it to smell. So
Oh,
the
that's
smell of
nice.
poop lessens a bit.
I'm
you smell a
completely
little
tapped out for
roses.
spells, so I have nothing.
Okay.
It's a cantrip. I'm thinking it's that smell of pope, like too much air freshener over a bad bowel movement.
Yeah,
The Febreze.
for sure.
Oh man. Ugh.
So as you all are kind of figuring out what to do, Tobias, did you prestidigitate yourself?
So I did I what?
Whoa,
you-
big word.
Did you prestidigitation? Do you have prestidigitation?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind. So
Ugh.
just the only person that's smelling nicer is Cypher here. Um,
Well, can't it like leach out
And
towards
that's
us? Like
that's
it's a small
subjective.
room.
Yeah, I don't know how minor illusion works. I think it's a 30-foot cube. No, 5-foot cube.
Are we all in this illusion together?
yeah, so you're all sitting at the table and a minor illusion smell of roses.
Oh
Is
wait,
all around
sorry.
you.
It's only a sound or an image. I apologize. I was
never
thinking of a
mind.
different. I was thinking of a different spell.
So you all smell like shit.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Harmless sensory effect for my druid craft. Doesn't that like count for smell?
The sensory effect.
Instantaneous sensory effect.
The smell,
5-foot
yeah.
cube. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the flowers.
So the 5-foot cube only, yeah, like it gets a couple of you in there. But anyways, it smells nicer in here. The door like opens up, and you see the half orc opening up for a rather elderly looking elf. He's dressed in some fine raiments. He has long gray hair and he's kind of hunched over. The raiments are of like a dark crimson red. He has a walking cane and he comes in and goes, I believe I was asked for. I am advisor Tharaval Sianandel.
And he's an elderly elf?
Yeah.
Oh shit, this guy's gotta be like 800 years old then.
Yeah, that,
I mean, thousands of years old. Who knows?
Thousands, like
Old.
and he's still got style. Look at that cane.
if he is showing age, he is ancient.
He looks
What
very
kind of
old.
secrets? He could have secrets from thousands of years
That's it.
ago.
Are we saying all of this out loud in front of him?
No.
You hearing all of this?
I think Cypher's jaw would drop a little bit if she sees that he's an elderly elf. Being like, you never see elderly elf. They're too old.
He pulls up a chair
He's
and kind
too
of
old.
sits down across from you all and just. I hope you don't mind that if I rest my bones.
By all means.
Of
Yeah,
course not,
fine.
young man. Have a seat.
You all look relatively shocked. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
We've just been through a traumatic experience, a little bit of trauma, that's all.
Orsina, you coming from Dracera and your the domain of Venthana, elderly elves are held in like one of the highest
Yeah.
forms of respect and esteem.
So I guess I'll like bow.
He just
Is that what we do? We have to bow? Okay. Kind of bow too.
well,
Well, I
thank
think
you.
Arsina's like shocked too.
Please, it is all right. It's all right.
Try to kiss his hand and he like flinches because we're so gross.
No, thank you. He has like gloves on.
Try to kiss his hand.
Sorry, that got me.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So, I believe you are the one who brought this Lilith, was her name, to justice.
That's correct. We are the very same people who did that. Yeah.
Yes. And could I have your names, please?
Well, sure.
I'm
I'll
Orsina,
kick it
sir.
off. Oh, well, there you go.
Orsina, very nice to meet you.
Tobias Chad, at your service.
Oh, the Chads, I've heard of your family. Very nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Barack. Barack.
Oh, yes.
I'm Cypher Summerbraid.
Oh, yes. From Crestfell.
That's the one.
Oh,
I thought I remembered you coming by at least.
yes.
Once.
Yes, I like to go and visit the orphanage. And well, I was
So many
actually
adorable children. Yeah.
Tobias. God damn it. Yes, how are your fathers?
They're all right. Last time I saw them, they were perfectly fine.
Yes. Lovely what they do.
Oh yes, they're hearts of gold. If you took all the
Yes.
kindness in the world and shoved it into two people, that's them.
Yes. So Orsina, Cypher, Tobias, and Borok. What interesting tale do you have to tell me?
Well, you're partially involved, Theraval, actually.
Oh,
Yes, and maybe you can have some insight on that. As far as so you know of the crystal infection that's been going around. You're aware of these things, I'm assuming.
yes.
Well, we've been on the hunt and of this problem for a while, and we started chasing a woman named Lilith, the one that we've captured. She is a part of a consortium of at least 10 people that all serve someone they call the Crystal Master. Appears to be some form of lich. They use the crystals to infect others, and they're growing crystals. At least, what did they say? 10. They have beacons that are beginning to grow. Not sure what that means.
He raises his hand up
Mhm.
for a second. Apologies for stopping you, Cypher. You mentioned a consortium.
The Aaron Consortium.
The Ardor Consortium.
Ardor.
Well,
Yes,
closer than
that's
me.
it.
I was
was
gonna say
actually
something
confused. Is
completely off.
consortium a place and a collection of people? Because I thought you said like the consortium lays And then I felt like you were saying the consortium is many. And then 10 powerful people. I was confused by that.
So the consortium is a group of people.
Is a group of people. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Lilith is just crazy, y'all. So he goes, it's a name I have not heard in quite some time. You said they were after me.
Lilith was suggesting that you had secrets that she needed to know. And that her master had sent her to get them from you. That you and your family had secrets. Now, as a being who's been around the block of a couple years, I'm assuming you've amassed some secrets. Which I believe are yours to keep. But if it would help us.
Nothing ever has been hidden. My family are renowned spellcasters.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I was not blessed with this gift.
Can I
The
insight
gods-
check that?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't necessarily believe that. Oh, that's only 12. 12.
And he's, from what you can gather, he's not lying.
Okay.
But my family has long since passed. I'm the last one of my line. Secrets. I wonder if the secrets are. Oh, it couldn't be in the. My father always warned of this something. Power growing. Give me a moment to think of this, please. Might be
This
some
is the,
secrets in there.
This is the note that we found that led us here, and I could either to buy whoever has it to show him the note.
Sure.
That is certainly my name there. Yes. And Belwick Academy. Harville, he's the lead antiquities of antiquity, and he's the lead of antiquities there.
Who is, sorry?
Harville, the other name that's on
Yes.
the list. Clearly, what your friend Lilith is looking for is centuries old.
It would seem that way.
The Ardor
Now-
Consortium, that's a name I have not heard of quite some time.
Now, what was their importance? What do you know of them?
Well, from my limited understanding is that they held no political standing. They did not bow to the Komodan dynasty, the Aldremian kingdom, or to you, Miss Orsina, the domain of Venthana. They were a collection. Sorcerers and magic users. That's all I know from
Something
them.
happened with them. Well, they must have been corrupted. This lich that Lilith was talking about. They must have. They must be corrupting them. It's had to have corrupted them. You've seen Lilith, how she looks.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know
have
if
not
they
seen
have
Lilith
a-
yet. Sorry, Orsina, go ahead.
Do you know if they have like a camp or like a main area?
They've been gone for quite some time now. They've faded off into existence after, I believe, not too sure, but I have not seen them around for a while.
Well, where did they gather? Where, a group of powerful sorcerers and mages had to have gathered in places, and where do you know of some of those places?
Well, it's been quite some time. But if I remember correctly, they... it's a place that's been changed for years now, and I mean, does the name The Wastes seem familiar?
That's where she mentioned.
That's somewhere that I'm familiar with, yes.
Centuries ago, the Wastes was not really the Wastes. It was called Ulmothos. This was a sprawling city of improvement and betterment through arcane means. The Ardor Consortium saw to better enhance themselves through the waste.
Well, perhaps the way of improvement became through these crystals, which either they corrupted the mages, or one of the mages was corrupted and used this as a tool to corrupt others to gain infinite power, as many mages sometimes seek.
That is a question that will need answering, certainly.
Was your family particularly interested in any part of the arcane? Were they interested in, life?
No. The Ardor Consortium was part of the Belwick Academy. In its early stages, I remember my father oversaw a lot of the Belwick Academy and its inner workings. And I remember the Ardor Consortium being disbanded from the Belwick Academy for its diving into wild magic. And I believe someone mentioned beacons? That
You
couldn't...
said the beacons are beginning to grow.
That's it. My father studied. You see kind of like a liveliness come to him. My father studied the lay of Aether throughout Vermain. There's these lines of magical power that coalesce in certain points within our material plane, and this is where magic is at its strongest.
Oh, okay.
She did mention the Aether as well.
Mhm.
That it provides whatever that means.
It's magic. It's how people get magic.
He gets up and he's kind of claps his hands together, and we must not further discuss this in here. We don't know what ears are listening. Meet me at the castle on the morrow, and we will discuss this.
Can we just come with you now?
Yeah, yes. Quickly, let's go. He knocks on the door, and the door opens up, and you can kind of see directly out into the Postern Bay streets that there's like a carriage, horse-drawn carriage there. Before you guys jump into the carriage, is there anything you want to do?
I mean,
Well, he seems like
this
he's
is kind of
in a hurry.
I mean, can I? Yeah, I want to like insight check and just make sure that like. Sorry, no, I want a perception check. See if anybody's listening. See if I can see anybody trying to like peep in.
Okay, go ahead.
natural 18 plus a lot. 26.
I hit something.
Jesus.
So that was the sound effect.
Yeah, ding! You hit it. No, you. I really gotta get new goddamn dice because Borok, off to the side, you see kind of a tattered looking elf, kind of like leaning up against the wall, like looking off to the side as you are exiting the postern bay stockades. And she kind of
Same kind of robes as the probe, or
no, these are just tattered robes.
Okay.
And you look off, she catches eyes with you, and she just turns around and begins to walk.
Well, we've already had one listener. Let's get out of here.
All right. You get into the carriage, and the carriage begins to make its way through Postern Bay up to another kind of district. This district looks much more fine, much more of what Tobias would be used to seeing. Very ornate, lush houses, covered, blanketed in snow. And this is Huldrum Hill. You can see off in the distance on the very pinnacle of the hill is a sheer cliff. And just before that cliff is a luxurious, massive castle with lights on. You can see guards walking the parapets, and the carriage moves in to the castle, and the drawbridge closes.
Well, we're going into a castle now, and we still smell like shit.
You see Theraval like going,
I guess we'll just.
I think given the circumstances, we could, pardon my language, but we could probably not worry about the shit smell. We could overlook
That would be great.
Maybe we could bathe after.
Yeah, we will give you any sort of anything you need. You're escorted in, not through the main gate, but kind of through what would be a little bit more of a day-to-day path for people who live within the castle. You are moving through a kind of a manor-esque with all these fine wooden stairs, statues, suits of armor, long rolled out carpets on tile floor. Theraval hurries up to a this one room and it opens the door, and it kind of opens into a large kind of office. And he sits behind his desk and he opens it up and he goes, "Here it is," and he holds up a key. This is the key to the family crypt. If my father was worried of something happening, he would have hidden it there.
Oh, he's very trusting.
Well, to the crypt we go.
Oh, not now. That will take some time.
Oh, well, what now?
Well, now.
Yeah, I think we get some rest first, and
Yes.
maybe shower up and get some food.
Yes, and you were saying that your father studied the ley lines, or the ley of the Aether,
The
and
ley
the lines
lines,
of magic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you cut yourself off because you didn't want to talk in public. What were you going to say?
I have concerns that this might be around there, and this infection is far more sinister than we can imagine.
Do you think it affects magic? Eh?
I certainly do. Yes.
Okay.
I must start to look through my books. Snaps a finger and you see a few people come in, all like attendants, and he looks to them and goes, "Please set them up with lodgings for the night. I don't care which or how many rooms. Just please make sure they have a place within the kingdom tonight and under guard, please."
Are you also going to be under guard? For some reason, I'm worried about your safety now.
I'm always under guard.
Okay.
The advisor to the king has this.
Okay, good.
I appreciate your honesty and your help to the kingdom. The Holdremian kingdom owes you a lot. And we will reward you in just time. If you can stop this, of course.
It's a massive
Ideally.
if.
I bid you all good night.
Sweet
Not
dreams.
terrible.
Oh, you too, Mr. Chad.
Tries to kiss his hand again. I'm just kidding.
Orsina, as you're about to leave, he looks over and goes,
Oh no.
No, please.
Sorry.
Orsina,
No,
he goes over and looks at you and goes, Venthana, elf, yes?
That's correct, sir.
Now, I haven't been to that side of the world in a long time. Would you say tribe of the... I don't want to offend you. Tribe of the wolf? No, mustn't.
Oh no. And then I pull out my bear claw necklace. I'm like, order the bear.
Yes, yes. Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you again, and I hope Venthana is doing well in its splendor. It's not been affected by this, I hope.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been back since I came here. I hope not. They're really far across the ocean, so all the passages have been closed.
I hope so for your sake. Good night, Mrs. Orsina.
She fangirls a little bit. Good night.
You all are led to a room, and you see kind of a very skinny human page boy goes, what lodgings would you like tonight? Is it just all in one room, or would you like your own rooms tonight?
Maybe all in one is best.
Is it one room with one big bed?
I mean, we can find multiple rooms, guest rooms, if that's what you'd like.
Like one
Are they-
community
as long as
room?
they're
And...
close together, that's fine.
You mean I have an opportunity right now to have a room to myself?
I feel like we have a habit of making rooming situations way more complicated than it is has to be.
No, it's all right. If he, I get it. Can these rooms all be in the same hallway?
Yes,
Close rooms.
of course. Yes, no, without a doubt.
That's perfect.
Sign me up.
Perfect. Then sure, 4
Just
rooms.
make sure it has a bathroom, bathing chambers.
They lead you into 4 rooms. These are 4 lush rooms with fine tapestries and drapes and large, comfy beds, and yes, a bath that has been filled with warm water. Anything
Feels
before
too
you,
good to be true.
anything you're bedding down with into the night.
Can I cast perception to my rooms just to make sure there's no booby trap?
Yeah, go ahead. Tobias, you were saying something?
Yes. To the person who just brought us up here, in about a little over half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, could you send someone up to my room? I would like to dictate to them. I need to do a little bit of ratting before bed, and being shirtless all day has really made me cold in my hand. I can't do the ratting.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you.
In what language do you need?
Oh, I'm ratting this in English.
In common. Yes.
Common,
okay,
sorry,
yes.
common. Yeah, that's. I don't know what I was saying.
It's absolutely fine. Yes. We'll bring someone up right away. As you all bed down, someone writes their stories. Borok Cypher, is there anything you're gonna do?
Have the best bath of my life, probably.
Okay.
It's been a long couple days.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I got 14, by the way. I don't know if that's probably really bad. So just take a bath.
Yeah, you don't notice anything
Nope.
out of the ordinary.
I'll probably go to Bo's room after we're all less stinky. Bo.
Cypher,
Yeah.
as you go to open the door,
Yeah.
the door is locked from the outside.
Like to Bo's room or like to the hallway?
The door is locked to the hallway. You can't
Am
get
I in
out.
the bathroom or am I in my room?
You're in your room.
I immediately message Bo. Bo, my door's locked.
Okay. I'll go
Is your
check
door
my-
locked?
Bo, you go and check. Your
I'll
door is
go check
locked
it.
too.
Fuck Peter, you dickhead.
And that's where we'll pick up in another 2 weeks.
Shit.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh,
Walked right into that one. Walked right into it.